Good day guys! In this vlog we will be answering the question, is it okay to live in Duindorp? The Dutch name of the region means literally dune village. Duindorp is situated directly at the shoreline of the Hague, slightly hidden in the high sandy dunes, beautiful blonde dune grass and quiet beaches. Me and my friend Jelena decided to go there and to dive into the culture of Duindorp, to find out more about this historical place. If you are interested in the housing market, in this video you will find out about the pluses and the minuses of Duindorp and the prices of some accommodations in this region as well. Let's go!
Over here you see underground containers. It's really useful so you can throw away your garbage and the seagulls won't break the garbage bag, which is good. I like the fact that you don't have to have like a key card or something, because some neighborhoods have key cards. Just throw garbage away. Now you don't have to go back because you forget your key card. Don't have to carry all these cards around. Hi, hello. So right now we try to go to the beach. I hope it's not too wet. So Jelena, what do you think about this house?
It's very modern, but it's not what I would choose actually. It is a little bit boring.
It's because it's one massive block, you mean?
Yes, because the colors are not very, I don't know,
Happy?
nice. Happy, yes, exactly.
You like more happy colors? The bricks are different color now though. There's different shades of
It's okay.
different shades of red.
Brown.
Are these roses? I think these are roses, no?
I still don't see the roses, but okay, if you say so.
Yeah.
Okay.
These bushes
nice
are
roses.
roses.
Okay.
The roses between the apartment houses might be beautiful in the spring and summer, but they have no social purpose whatsoever. In fact, we are having most of the year thorny bushes that aren't giving us any shade during sunburning days or cover us during windy and rainy autumn. I think a courtyard with benches, green grass and properly picked kind of trees and flowers would fit well here to suit the residents of the surrounding buildings. Tell me if you agree or not.
See, there's people, they have their own balcony on the first floor and they closed it off totally with wooden fence. I think that's really like ugly. I mean, if you don't like that people watch you, why would you then pick a house on the first floor? Anyway.
But if you don't have choice and you just have only this house, okay.
I mean, come on. If you have a place in Duindorp, I think you at least have some money, you know. So I think you do have a choice.
Oh, okay, yes, maybe you're
Yeah.
right.
Here, look. This is much better. Like people enjoying their balcony,
It's
some
still
flowers.
open.
Still open? No, but they have curtains.
Yes, still, but I wouldn't feel safe in this kind of apartment, to be honest.
Yeah, you're more that type of person. So here's some garbage can for the dog poo. So if you are walking the dog and your dog made some art, then you can pick it up and throw it away. A lot of magpies flying around here. They have their nests over there. See, in the tree. And some people decorated the electricity box there.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, to the beach. It's not a swimming weather though. That's too bad.
It's even not a walking weather, actually.
But in Holland they do swim sometimes in winter and in early spring if you like to energize your body with different temperatures. Did you ever swim in icy cold water?
Yes, I did.
You did. Okay, how was it?
Actually, I did it in the summer, but in very cold water. So it was cold.
It was cold, okay. Oh, look at that. It's big cows. So right now we see this wild Scottish bulls.
How do you know they are Scottish?
I don't know, my intuition.
Okay.
They look Scottish. They're ginger.
It's not an argument.
The dog is really excited.
It is indeed a fold of Scottish cattle that is imported to the Netherlands. They have a thick hairy coat that protects them against stormy sea weather, and since they are almost the only ones who love to eat raw dune plants, they also maintain the dune ecosystem. The Scottish cattle gets around 18 till 20 years old and are usually raised for their tasty meat. The fold walks around freely in the dunes. It is advised not to get closer than 25 meters, but we didn't know that at the time.
But they're wild.
Well, they have some tags on their ears.
Okay.
Oh, look over there, Helena.
Oh wow.
Maybe we can go and see the black ones as well.
Yes.
Oh my god! Whoa! He's great.
It's true.
Yeah. Look at these big horns. He's scratching himself with his own horn. There's one closing us in.
They are everywhere.
You see, you have these fences at the start, and it's actually made to keep away the animals, wild animals, like bulls and foxes and sheep that are lurking around here in the dunes. It's really nice. So you get this like a real nature feeling by just walking in a park.
Could you go there?
Up?
Yes. No?
Well, you wanna try?
Okay.
Okay, let's do that. Do you think there are more? We have Zeus over here, the white ball. Yeah, that's really a highlight. It's really beautiful to see. It's so impressive. I wanna cry.
Maybe we should make a female move.
Female moo, like then I have to run for certain. Well, try it.
No.
It's nice to go away from the city sometimes like this and walk in the park. This is actually a really fragile environment because sand is a specific soil. It doesn't hold a lot of minerals. So the trees that you see here and the plants, they're actually specialized in growing only on the sand. For many plants and animals, it is really hard to survive in this kind of environment. I think they put a bucket over here for water. Seems to be a bucket for raining water or just the water that comes through this pipe. And it is for the bulls, I think, and other animals who can't drink salty water. They need fresh water to drink. Now it looks kind of empty. I wonder why. Information board about this place. So people can stop by and read something about it so they can place this prettiness into some perspective. Ladies first. By the movement of the plants in the dunes, you can see how the wind is blowing. See over there? And as you can see, that is the only plant that can truly grow on the sand. If you want to get some trees and other plants, you need some time so that these plants go away and give the minerals for the other ones. And now we are approaching a beach house. It's called Zuid, which means south. Right?
Hey.
So here you see actually the fence. In the summer when it gets really hot, the government don't want people to get into the dunes, to get like private space, you know, in the sun. so they just close it off. The dunes are protected because they are cleaning the water, and it's a natural filter of the water that we drink daily, and that is why they are fenced. Or else all the people will go in there, hang around, make a party, make a big mess. The dunes will get polluted, and then we will have to drink dirty water, and that's not so cool. We have to protect the nature. That's why it's, I don't know, like, looks like Second World War, I guess. Well, if you really want to, you just can crawl, but I think it sends the message that you shouldn't go there. And I think other people as well, certainly in Holland, will say, hey, where are you going? I call the police. Maybe we can get a drink over here.
Okay.
Would you like to drink something?
Yes, maybe.
Maybe eat a pizza?
It's actually a good idea.
Yeah. The sound of the Dutch flags.
No, this is the sound of the flags, not of the Dutch flags.
So you think all flags sounds
Of
equal?
course.
No racism there, yeah?
Of course not.
Oh, that's nice. Look, they have like a playground over here for kids. So if you have noisy kids and you just want to get away at the beach, you just leave them here and you go grab some pizza or a cold drink. Oh, watch out there.
Yes.
The kids made a trap over here. There's a big trampoline, so kids can jump around.
Would you like to try?
No, I don't like trampolines. They're making me dizzy. Let's do that. You have little fireplace, you can sit down, get warm, and watch the sunrise.
Sunrise.
Yeah, sunrise. We're a little bit for that.
It's 12 o'clock. Okay,
Little bit-
sunrise.
A little bit late for sunrise, but okay.
It is here where the world record of the largest bonfire in the world was set. Duindorp is globally known for its world record in the Guinness Book of Records for its largest bonfire in the world, which was set in 2019. More than 30,000 pallets were used to build a 15 by 15 square meters fireplace. The neighboring region of The Hague, Scheveningen, was competing with Duindorp at the time. During the event, large whirlwinds were created. The collision of elements, enormous bonfire, and the cold sea wind resulted in a rain of fire that came down on the city and damaged a lot of property. Since then, the Council of the Municipality of The Hague prohibited to organize large bonfires. I hope for Duindorp no one is going to break their world record.
So we just had a really tasty pizza outside. It was really tasty. It was margarita.
I enjoyed the fire.
The fire was great. Kept us warm during this windy, cold weather. They have also some rules for the dogs over here. You're allowed to walk the dogs on the beach, but in certain months of the year, from 15 May till 1 October, and only after 9 o'clock or before 7. Outside that period, you can walk your dog anytime. So in March, you can walk the dogs on the beach, which is good. We came down from the dunes over here and found this really old place, I think. This must be something for kids or kids activities. Yeah, and it's called Treasure Hunt. So I see a lot of toys over here. There might be in the summer or during normal times when there's no corona. You can play around with kids here.
And hunt some treasure! Hunt some treasure! Arr, arr.
It was scary, okay?
There is some piece of art that was dumped over here. That's weird. Here we have Zeezwaluwstraat. It means Sea Swallow Street. And here we have a big 3-story building. Has this white color. It's okay, it's not too white, because you don't want to get this hospital look. But the other side we have this fence. And come on, I wouldn't like to live in a house with this prison fence. Freedom, freedom, I need some freedom. They should definitely do something about this fence.
I think it's again about the money.
About
You
the
have
money.
not enough money, you just buy a house or rent a house that you can
Yeah, but
afford.
I understand that, but I think you have to respect also people who don't have a lot of money, you know?
Of course.
Maybe, I think...
But this is not how capitalism works.
No, but I think for the same money of that you used to buy that material, you could have made something more attractive. Here we have on the right some old fishermen's houses, I think, and they're like tiny and small. Oh, what's that? This is Lever hier uw dopjes in. So you can collect the caps and bring them over here. You just drop them here and they recycle it for something. You can ask your dog to come here and bring the little dekseltjes. Doppen. It's nice how they make like benches over here. So in the summer you can sit down, drink a wine or a beer, maybe talk to your neighbors. If you
Away
like,
preferably not.
if you like your neighbors, you can talk to them, you know. But see, these guys, they made a brown bench and these guys made like a turquoise bench. That's nice. Over here we're gonna get some new buildings. Let's get closer, you will see. So these are the new apartments. And what I like about them is that they are all different. So every building is a slightly different one. With different color, different shape. The windows are different in every building. The balconies are different as well. And it's really nice when the houses are different. You won't get lost like in a labyrinth, and you will find your own house easily when you get drunk and after a party you come and you can find your house with no problems. And, what you see over here is like every balcony has its own name, like ship, fisher, orca, storm, rust. And it's typical Dutch to give a name to your house, but they do not give names to apartments. But here they did it as well, which is curious. And I wonder if they decided to pick its own name or that it was given already by the designers.
Actually, I think it was given because it's
Yeah.
it's all from the one type of
It's about the sea.
yes.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, but still, you know, maybe they got they told them that it must be on this subject
Maybe.
of the sea. I wanted to show you guys this classic builded house over there, straight ahead. I found it yesterday, and it's a really nice contrast because it's standing between these new built apartment houses, and in the middle we have this tiny classic Dutch house, I guess. It gives you this warm feeling of history. I think right now it is a cafeteria or something, or a shop. It's nice, it's maintained. You see no cracks or like paint falling off, which is really good. There is some nice wooden bench. In the summer you can just sit. This is like made corona proof. I love this bench, look at this. You see? It actually can open and close.
Very clever.
Yes, at night you can just put it up so no homeless people will sleep on it. And also it's good when like there's corona or something like pandemic, you just can also close it so people won't sit in it. Look, there's little painting of an angel which tries to put a plant somewhere. And there's lights coming from the wall. Mysterious. Look at this design. They made a table from an old scooter. You can put some stuff in here, you know, maybe to make some drinks and present something over here. Really nice. So scooters is so Italian. I think this is like Italian shop. Oh, this is nice. Look at this fence. They got new fence. Ooh, this is so cool. It's like going back to grandma, you know. My grandmother used to have this fence back in Ukraine. I think this is the entrance, and they have baskets, different baskets for different types of food. And it's actually speaking to you. Like if you come here, you can fill your basket with all kind of products. So pick your basket and go inside. So let's go inside. Hi. We asked the owners of the place if we could film their business. Here you can see the open kitchen concept. The food is no longer prepared in a closed-off area. The visitors can actually see by themselves who is making their food and how it's made. You can also see if the kitchen is clean. The chef and his team don't feel disconnected from the restaurants and the people in the shop. This way they also can enjoy the daily life during their work. The building was a harbor customs house for the tax back in the year 1900. It was empty for the last 10 years and later on it was squatted. Also, it looked abandoned and was totally damaged. So the new owners started a total renovation in October 2019. Now, the building is divided in 3 areas: the shop, the kitchen and the restaurant. When the pandemic will be over, people will be able to order anything from the shop to be used as an ingredient in their meals and get served in the restaurant or at the terrace. We really enjoy the company La Liguria. People who work there are welcoming and emit friendliness and warmth. I would really like to become friends with them. Also admire how they turned an abandoned old building into something new and attractive. This is a living proof that having respect for monumental buildings can be not only pleasant for the eyes, but also for the business. What I don't like is that when there is a lot of brick houses, that it reminds kind of a labyrinth. Architecture is not the strongest point of Dijndorp. During the first visit to Dijndorp, you can get disoriented because many buildings look the same. Here, people try to fight the labyrinth look by applying different colors to their houses and gain some visual diversity to the neighborhood. In general, the looks of the houses are not bad, but they are not impressive either. Look at that Tetris house. You think it's nice?
This is nice, yes.
What do you like about it? It's something different, huh?
Yes, I would think rather of America, actually.
Uh-huh.
So like Miami, I don't know.
What I like about this is that they have really big windows and there is a lot of lights, daylight coming in. I experienced the people of Dijndorp as a warm and welcoming community. They greet you on the street as they walk by, something that you won't experience anymore in other regions of The Hague. You can do easily a small talk with anyone. That's what I like. Everybody seems to know each other. People here look happy and are not looking for a fight, just because you looked at them. The best way to know the people in Dijndorp is to go to the region and spend some time there. Walking, visiting shops and restaurants, try talking to the people. I hope you will love it. We have some cheese delivery over here.
Yes, you can buy.
Yeah, I see. That's nice. It's nice. Yeah. Everybody knows that Holland is famous because of cheese. So here, this is the only supermarket in Dijndorp. It's Hoogvliet, so it's pretty close for everybody. You see some sharp spikes over there.
Yeah.
On the roof. So it's actually telling us that this region is not totally free of robbers and criminal activity. I recognize some sites that I think are a bit disturbing. Closed curtained windows, shelters for bikes, spikes on fences here and there, and the sealed porches. All of this indicates that people don't feel safe enough to keep the doors or windows open well away from home. Nevertheless, while I walk the streets, the people here are friendly and greet me as I pass by. Hey, dankjewel.
Hoe was het? Dat was alles.
Something that you won't see anymore in other regions of The Hague. It's obvious that Dijndorp community tries to make the best out of their neighborhood. If you are living in Dijndorp, maybe you can explain this contradiction in behavior of the residents.
Still?
Huh? Oops, somebody's trying to steal a scooter. That was actually the owner of the bike. I hope.
But you don't know.
Yeah.
You never know.
The first time I seen The Hague is that they have like a trash container for every material. Because usually there are trash containers only for the general garbage. And this one has for shoes, paper, cans and glass. Which is cool. I think every town or region needs to have this separation of garbage. Come on, we're living in 21st century. Is it 21st? Here are some pine trees. It's really cool. To me, pine trees, they symbolize area with a lot of fresh air, and I think air is pretty fresh here compared to the center of the city. And here they have like electricity chamber. It's really old bricks made electricity chamber. And that's kind of cool because if you look at other electricity chambers in The Hague, they look boring, they're made from metal or from plastic, and they just stand there, you know. And, different methods to make it more beautiful by drawing on it and stuff. And this one is like, it fits with the area, you know.
I did some research on the wall memorials, and here's what I found about Dijndorp history. In order to prevent an invasion, Nazi Germany built from 1941 a more than 3,000 kilometers long line of defense along the Atlantic coast. This Atlantic wall had disastrous consequences for the densely populated Netherlands. In 1943, entire neighborhoods such as Dijndorp and coastal towns are making way for bunkers and tank ditches. Thousands of Dutch people were driven away from their homes. An almost unknown history. After the liberation of the Netherlands, the government decides to make a concentration camp in Dijndorp for the Dutch citizens who supported Nazi Germany. These prisoners were used to rebuild Dijndorp. This Dijndorp camp was lifted in 1951. Only then the residents of Dijndorp could return to their homes.
And look at that over there. On this corner you see this building.
Yes.
And it has like yellow and blue shields. And these colors are from Mondrian.
What they tried to do here is to praise the famous Dutch artist Mondrian, who became world famous for his colorful squares and the art called the style. In this example, we see only vertical shapes which symbolize manliness. There are no horizontal blocks, which means there is no place for feminine energy. Which is curious, most of families consist of two genders, man and woman. But here, the style of Mondrian is used in a strange way. The colored parts are all vertical, which symbolize only the masculine side. If you ask me, this kind of decoration speaks of a great misbalance and is really disturbing. You can actually see that. Despite the use of the different happy colors, the building remains boring. There is no feminine side. Here is a good example how colors of Piet Mondrian were used in a proper manner. This is The Hague's main library back in 2018, and this is a school building, which implies with the help of the equally shaped squares that there is no difference between horizontal and vertical. In other words, in education, man and woman are the same. So let's get back to the building in Dijndorp. Sure, you can imply that the white transparent windows actually are horizontal feminine bricks. If so, it might be a good subject for a discussion in the comments below. What do you think?
So you saw also there is a bus going to this region and a tram. So this area of the city is well connected to the public transport. So if you don't have a car, you have only a bike, you can go by bike to the public transport and get the bus there or the tram and go to your work and then get back. You can see this part of the building with the blue color. It's like they wanted to add a little bit color to the boring building. They start with green bricks, then it goes to brown red. and add some blue on the balconies. There should be something better here. Here we have kids playground, and over here there are some animals like goats, and that's really nice that kids can see real animals. They don't have to go to the zoo. As you see, the animals, they feel comfortable, they're cleaned, and they just hang out, eat some grass, and the kids won't get disconnected from the nature. Yeah, now the parents can explain that there is milk that coming from the cows or is coming from the goats, and that it's not synthetically made in fabrics and sold in the store. Now the kids can realize that the animals give us food as well, which is a good idea. And it's near the elementary school, so they have here like these little playgrounds so they can imagine things, which is good for your imagination. Let's analyze the playgrounds. See if it's child safe.
Okay, who will play a child?
Not today. Here you see like a climbing installation. The kids can climb around and feel the possibilities of their bodies and evolve their muscles, which is a great idea. And the materials is wood and not plastic, because in the past this kind of playgrounds were made from plastics, and that doesn't feel natural, and this looks more natural and I think friendly. So even if you fall, yeah, it's not asphalt, it's not bricks, you won't break anything or you won't get hurt too badly. Wow, I'm impressed how big this elementary school is. They have really different departments here. Little chickens over here, you can sit on them.
This is an old meat.
I wonder what this is. It's just a chain on wood. Really strange.
So you just have to know from your childhood that you will be in chains the whole your life. You are
Yeah.
never free.
Yeah, you should do something about it.
Yes.
There's some chickens over there. Wow. These are big chickens. They look
Tasty chickens.
Yeah, tasty as well. Look, I love chickens. And they're all different colors. And, really introvert chickens. They sit maybe inside this chicken house. And here you have playgrounds. I think these are like watchtowers. This is nice. This is really nice. You can lay down here and just look at the sky.
That was nice.
Yeah, give it a swing, yeah, like that. Ooh, nice. You want to try?
No,
It's really fun.
you should pay me more.
Well, I feel here a lot of positive energy over here.
Of course.
Yeah, this should be like a part of some kind of therapy or something. Up. Yeah. Yeah, this is safer, you know. You can go here like with 2 or 3 kids inside and like have fun and not fall down. Okay, let's go to the forest. Here on the right we have a church. This is like a visit card of this region. If you see this in The Hague, you know you are in Duindorp. There is a bike storage for the bikes. It's a nice way to keep your bike safe if you don't want it to get stolen or you don't want it to get wet. And it has this nice shape. It's kind of round. You know, it's not a block. Now we're getting into the park, which is on the other side of Duindorp. At the start we visited the dunes, and now we are on the other side where the park starts. And at the end of this park there's another neighborhood. So here on the left, you see, we have
Industrial donut.
yeah, this is water cleaning installation.
Okay.
This is where they clean the water, I think, from the sea. They make fresh water, or it's cleaning installation of sewers. Better not film a lot, because otherwise we get police on our tails. Something totally different from organized city with bricks and asphalt and road signs, and then you come in a close by little forest or park, and then you have suddenly a lot of trees and birds and everything. So here you see a lot of people with dogs. A lot of people think that Haagse Bos is the only forest park in The Hague, but actually there's there are a lot of forest parks in The Hague. Open Google Maps and see how many there are where you can walk. Look how great this one is. Beautiful trees. A hole in this one.
Yeah.
Ah, that's really nice. You can hike through it. Oh, hello. It's really soft here because of the moss. It's like hugging a big Yeti man. You like that, no?
Yes. No comments. You can go, I will hug and you can go.
Whoa, look at that! How come this tree grows like this? It's really impressive. You see an old tree fell down, but the forest keepers don't remove it because it must be the part of the forest. It must become compost for the new life. They try to keep everything as natural as possible. It's like from the painting Shishkin, the Clumsy Bears painting. Let's see that house. There's some creepy house standing in the middle of the forest. Maybe Baba Yaga is living there. Baba Yoga. Oh, it's actually another elementary school in the middle of the forest. Oh, that's kind of cool.
For very special children.
For special buses on the rise. They feel kind of peace here.
Yes, maybe.
So this school in the middle of the forest with really nice playgrounds over here. So I think it's time to wrap up.
Here is some information if you are considering to buy a house. Let's take a look on some pictures that I have found on the internet. An apartment with 2 sleeping rooms and 73 square meters will cost you around 235,000 euros. Don't expect anything great though. Some of the houses were built even before the Second World War and are still standing. You will be mostly paying for the neighborhood, nature areas and the sea. Then there are the modern apartments with 2 bedrooms, 97 square meters, a garage and a view on the beautiful dunes behind, well, the prison fence. This one is relatively good for 375,000. And then there are the world famous The Duinstreep apartments in 9 separate apartment houses at the Dunes border that were built in 2009. Why world famous? The engineers have succeeded to extract warmth from the seawater and to pump it into the houses to warm up the accommodations. That was a revolutionary accomplishment and has received globally a lot of attention. The apartments in the Duinstreep project are diverse and so are the prices. An apartment on the first floor with a little garden, a garage, 5 rooms and 135 square meters cost around 550k. Add to that another 30,000 if you want something higher with a view on the dunes and daily sunset. But if you don't really care about the price, then there is an apartment with a 6th room for whatever hobby you have, a great balcony and an extra big terrace. That's just for 800,000 euros in the year 2021.
Let's talk about what we have seen.
Let's start with the negative sides. What's up with the street lanterns? They kind of remind me of the concentration camp that was suited in this region. If you analyze an old picture from the 1940s, you can see that lanterns had almost same design. Isn't it time to give the lanterns a new look? Second point is traces of criminality. The fact that people are protecting their homes with spiky fences speaks of traces of criminality in this region. Also, the prison fence at the start of the dunes ruins the view for the people. Please, have somebody change the design or remove it. And for the final negative comment, the old brick houses get people disoriented and remind me of Labyrinth. This applies for many other regions as well. As for the positive sides, there is beautiful nature environment, great dunes, the sea is at walking distance. You can swim and go running at the beach anytime and breathe in fresh sea air. There is a lot of different fauna in the dunes and at the park. You will meet nice and welcoming people. They are very social and interactive. The streets are clean, you won't see plastic bags flying around. There is a very good infrastructure, public transport is within good reach, and there is a good connection between the tram and the bus that will bring you to other regions of The Hague. Dijndorp has a lot of playgrounds for kids and the area is quiet, so it is a family-friendly environment. In general, I am very positive about this region of The Hague, and I would recommend it for families or people who like peaceful and quiet areas. I give Dijndorp 8.2 out of 10, so the question if it's okay to live in Dijndorp can be answered with a certain yes. So guys, I hope you liked my review on Dijndorp in The Hague. Feel welcome to leave your comments down below. Also, if you want to see more content like this, please press like, subscribe and hit the bell. This will give me motivation to proceed with what I'm doing right now.